All right, my friends, I'm back at it again, making sure that I'm dropping the best available content to ensure the utmost value for you guys. And right now we're going to stick to the topic of buying a home in Los Angeles during this 2020 pandemic market. Now, this happens to be video number 3 in this little series of buying a home right now. And if you missed out on the first 2 videos, make sure you dial those in, because the first one is all about how to get pre-approved, but more importantly, how to get prepared before you even have that conversation with the mortgage broker or lender that you're speaking with, so you are the best viable candidate in their eyes and receiving the best program and interest rate as a result. Now, during that conversation with them, you're also going to find out what you can afford, which is absolutely important, because you don't want to get to a point where you fall in love with a house and find out you can't buy it. The number 2 video you want to check out, which was right before this one, is tips and tricks on how to save money from companies that you're going to be working with during escrow and long term as well. But I'm not going to give those companies away. You're going to have to watch that video, check it out, and find out what those tips and tricks are to save money. Now, we're right here. Number 3 video on how to buy a house in LA during this pandemic 2020. So what's it take? Well, I know a lot of you are going to get super excited now. You went through that pre-approval process. You know what you can afford. Now you know exactly what house you want to buy. That 3-bedroom, that 4-bedroom, that 3 or 4 bathroom home, modern, ranch, whatever the style may be, big lot, small lot, condo, whatever it is. Make sure you're taking into consideration the lifestyle you already have, because you want to make sure that that house that you're looking at in the neighborhood that you're so attracted to has a lifestyle that you're already living and can see yourself experiencing in the near future as well. Now, if that's changing up and you're ready for an open new lifestyle, make sure that you're considering these things, because sometimes you are moving to a neighborhood for certain reasons, and a lot of these things right here are those reasons. So dial it in. I'm about to drop what kind of things you should be thinking about with respects to lifestyle when buying your first or next home. What's up guys? It's Eric Haas with eXp in sunny Southern California. Welcome to my channel, and if you happen to be joining me for the first time, I'm super stoked to have you with me. Hope everything's going great with you, family and friends, staying home, safe, and wearing that mask if you happen to be going out and about. Now, if you haven't already, please like, comment, and smash that subscription button. Also, ring that little bell, because that is letting the YouTube gods know that you're feeling me, you're liking me, and I'm providing value to you. Now, keep it dialed in here, because I'm going to keep you aware of not only what this pandemic is doing to our normal lives, but also to our real estate markets, as well as tips, tricks, and strategies that you can be implementing as a buyer, seller, or investor to stay successful in this market, or any market for that matter. The news is in, my friends. You've been pre-approved. You've got the word from your lender, your mortgage broker. You know your budget. You know what you can afford. And now all that hard work, those extra hours, the extra time that you put in, that saving of the money, putting it away in a down payment, it's all culminating in this point where you're going to buy your brand new home. And I can't even be more excited for you. And I know that you're stoked beyond belief, because you've got a laundry list of things that house has to have. Whether it's a bedroom count, bathroom count, size of home, 2-story versus a 1-story, big lot with the pool, or smaller lot that's a little bit more manageable, views, and most importantly also, what neighborhood are you going to be in? And you're probably like, Eric, I got that dialed in. I know all the neighborhoods I want to be in, and I'm ready to go. I know the style of house, bedrooms, bathrooms, all that stuff. I got it. Let's get out there and start looking for some homes. Well, slow down, put on the brakes for 1 second, because there's just one thing I want to highlight for you before you start jumping in the car and start looking at properties. Bear in mind, I get it, you like the neighborhoods, you've got it written down, you know where you want to be, but make sure that that neighborhood is in alignment with your lifestyle. Those habits that you have on a daily basis, those things that you can't go without, those things that make you happy, the little things, that get you through your day. Those things are important, and they have a lot to do with making sure that you're not only happy at home, but happy away from home. So a lot of people are all about having their coffee in the morning. They like to have a little walk to the coffee shop. That's important to them. So their lifestyle is around having a house that may facilitate that. So in Mar Vista, we have access to Venice Boulevard, which puts us in prime spot to grab a coffee from Alana's Coffee right on Venice Boulevard. And other people, they're not all about the coffee. Me, I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I won't pass up Alana's ever. But, other people, they like walkability. They want the ability to walk their pets around. They want to exercise themselves, or they want to have access to shopping. Now, if you look at the neighborhood of Santa Monica and their particular little pocket of North of Montana, we've got a great line of amazing shopping with restaurants, and you name it, they've got it. And the great thing is, it's a 2-block walk for most homes, and homeowners love that aspect of it. So if that's important to you, you got to make sure that your neighborhood facilitates that. Now, maybe walkability isn't the thing that you're looking for, but accessibility to other areas of the city is important. Like LA is ginormous, and we're on the west side. There's a lot of entertainment, a lot of live music, a lot of restaurants that are not necessarily right here on the west side and are found more east, say in Hollywood, West Hollywood, downtown LA. Those places are booming with new places opening up all the time. So the wife and I, we love to get out there too. Why? Well, the fact that you have Lyft and Uber on top of public transportation, it's like, why not? So this is a great locale for us, at least for our lifestyle. Now, for other people's lifestyle, they want to be even closer to work, or at least just rely on public transportation altogether. So traffic is not a big thing for them, but pay attention to the neighborhood that you're in, because traffic on certain streets can pile up at certain hours. So you want to be aware of that as well. Now, for other people, they want to make sure that the schools are dialed in, whether it starts with public schools or private schools. They want to make sure that those are options that are available to their families, to their kids, and those are things that are important to them. Mar Vista alone has 5 elementary schools, and they're all rated differently, but they're all really great schools altogether. And for different reasons, parents have their kids go to different ones, and not always are they right in the vicinity of where their home is. They have lottery options, so that's another thing to pay attention to as well, because schools have boundaries, and you want to make sure that if you want to be with a particular school, that you're within those boundaries as well. Now, another important thing for people who are relocating is making sure you have an agent who's familiar with the area that you want to move to. So if you need help with finding doctors, primary physicians, family doctors, kids doctors as well, you want to make sure that you're dealing with someone who has some kind of knowledge in that. Now, for me, I have kids, so I can provide that and more. If you're into restaurants, I can name all the restaurants that foodies would be interested in as well. So these things are important for an agent to be aware of when they're working a local area, but also important for a buyer to be aware of that they're working with an agent who has total knowledge of not only just what's happening on the real estate side, but on the lifestyle side as well. Now, for other people as well, church and temple is really important. For some, need to be walking distance, I get it, and that's important lifestyle to make sure that that is in close proximity to things and places that are important to people. For other people, they want easy access to restaurants, bars, clubs. They might be in a different place in their lives as well, and that does impact things as well. Where you are in your life really does impact things. If you're single, you may want something else. If you have a family, you may want something else. If you're retired, you may want something completely different. But these are the lifestyle things that you need to bear in mind when you're buying a home and buying into a neighborhood, that the lifestyle that you're looking for is in alignment with where you're moving into. And for other people, they want the marina, dog parks, easy parking for people who are visiting. There's a lot of neighborhoods that have restricted parking, and some people don't want to deal with that. So they want to make sure that there's not restricted parking anywhere. Some people want to be on the ocean front, be living by the beach. Remember, there are things that go along with living there. For instance, if you want to be by the beach, you're going to be looking at a lot of tourists all year round, especially in California, and the homeless population. They love the beach. And that's just a predicament, an issue that LA is dealing with as a whole, and hopefully we can figure out a great solution. But right now, those are the transparent facts that you need to be aware of depending on what neighborhood you're going into. And there's a lot more things going on here, like a favorite supermarket or a gym or even the weather or an art gallery. Make sure that whatever neighborhood, again, that you're buying into and the house that you're buying fully facilitates the lifestyle that you're expecting to have no matter where you're living. Because at the end of the day, that gives you a total experience where you're living in your brand new home, and it delivers on the lifestyle end at the same time. So on that note, hope you found tremendous value in this video. Hope you're having a great one, and keep it dialed in here, because I'm only going to keep delivering content that is exceptional and delivering absolute value to you guys at the end of the day. So have a great one, and I'll see you on the next video.